Hi, I'm Veronica, a somatic yoga teacher and a Thai massage therapist, and today I'll show you how you can open up the chest for easier breath. Let's begin with stretching and yawning, as if you woke up from a long sleep. And then do a physiological sigh. So inhale, then inhale some more, and then exhale loudly through the mouth. Inhale, inhale some more, pause, and exhale with a sigh. Now you can bring the shoulders up to the ears and really contract all the muscles in the neck, in the shoulders. Hold it for a moment and then very slowly release without pulling or pushing anything back. Feel your rib cage and see if you could move from the rib cage. Move that rib cage to one side, move the rib cage to the other side, and then try making circles, moving from the rib cage, not from the hips, not from the shoulders, but from the rib cage itself. It's a bit tricky, so don't worry if it doesn't come easily. Go slowly, focusing on the circumference of your rib cage. Now you can rest the weight of your arm on the thigh without collapsing in the shoulder. And start opening one side of your body, focusing especially on that space between the ribs. You might start reaching through the elbow, but what really interests you is to create more space on one side of the rib cage, to feel that space between the ribs. Maybe you can ground more through that hip and slightly reach through the fingertips, but mostly you want to feel that one side of the body and how the breath moves to that lung. Stay for a couple of breaths, finding comfortable place for your neck. And then you can release the arm and come back to the center and give yourself a moment to notice the difference between the right and the left side, and maybe how it is to breathe to the right and left side now. Go to the other side. So the forearm is resting comfortably somewhere on the thigh, but without collapsing in the shoulder. And then you start opening that other side of the body, particularly space above the waistline, below the armpit. You might extend the arm up towards the sky, but there is no reaching through the arm. And find some comfortable place for your head and neck. Focus on creating more space in the side body, in between of the ribs. Direct your breath there. Then release the arm and come back to the center. Again, compare how it feels. And you could lift one arm comfortably and gently tap that side rib now, using an open palm and a loose wrist. It's like a gentle stimulation of that one lung. Try the same on the other side, so you let your arm float up, and then you can use the loose wrist and then open palm to tap gently that one side of the rib cage. Lower the arm. Use your fingertips only to tap very gently just below the rib cage. That's where your diaphragm rests, which prefers more gentle stimulation. And now you can move the arms in such a way that you're resting one elbow in the elbow crease of the other arm. Round your back, let your elbows move towards the belly button. You can let your head drop as well. And focus your whole attention on the space in between of your shoulder blades. Then breathe to that space at the back of your rib cage, where 2/3 of the volume of your lungs resides. You can come back to verticality and maybe lift the elbows up towards the sky now, perhaps feeling it more in the side and in the front. Lower the arms and change the arms over. So whichever was on the top before now is on the bottom. You could let your fingers join in any way you wish. Around the back, the elbows are somewhere towards your belly button, the head can fold, and just breathe to that space at the back of the rib cage. Feel how it opens up, how there is more space now. Then, still with the arms in the same position, lift the elbows upwards and eventually release the arms. Now you can reach with the arms forward and start sliding one hand along the other arm, and that arm is reaching far out to the side. So this might feel like a gentle opening in the front of the rib cage along the collarbones. You could add the breath to that as well. Exhaling when the arms reach forward and inhaling when the arm moves out to the side. So you can synchronize the breath and the movement. Again, notice any difference, front, back, sides. And then let your arms float out towards the sky. Turn the palms down towards the ground and slowly lower the palms along the midline of the body. You could repeat that. So it's as if the breath was lifting the arms out and up. And then as you exhale, the palms slowly lower along the midline of the body. And you could let your hands rest on the lower abdomen. You might feel that breath moving underneath the hands. And that's it. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe.